Hey, so this is going to be a very different type of tutorial. I'm going to be talking about my natural hair and at the same time be doing this wonderful look. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to list everything I am putting on my face in the description bar below. So I'm just going to talk about my hair. I cut my hair a couple of months ago. You guys know that. I will link the video right here of where I cut my hair and why I cut my hair. And the truth about it is I cut my hair because it was unhealthy and it just felt limp and it felt dry and damaged. So I'm just going to tell you a couple of things that I did that grew my hair back. So one of the things that I started doing was protective styling, which is basically just wearing wigs. If you follow me on Instagram, you know most of the time I have like a different wig because I've noticed that the key to hair growth is actually just leaving your hair alone. The more you leave your hair alone, the more it grows. When it grows to a point where you like it, then you can start to do things to it. Another thing I noticed that helped my hair with growing is just honestly trying to make sure that I wasn't shampooing and conditioning all the time. I basically made a schedule, so I shampoo maybe once a month, condition every other week. So every 2 weeks I try to condition my hair and deep condition my hair. And what I've noticed is the less water and conditioner and products you use, the better for your hair. Also stopped using combs on my hair. So instead of using a comb to kind of comb out my hair and detangle and all that, I actually use my fingers. And what happens is your fingers can feel the knots in your hair. So when your fingers feel the knots in your hair, it's easier for you to detangle, easier to manage. So that's what I started doing. I stopped using combs. I just feel like it really snags your hair. Even if you detangle it or anything, it just snags your hair. Aside from doing all that, when my hair is in my wigs, I just put it in cornrows. I try as much as possible to do like very slick back cornrows, and that way your wig is flat on your head. However, this to me is also a part of protective styling. And because I am not somebody who really does a lot of twist outs, braid outs, and things like that, or even updos, this is my way of protective styling. So when I do my straight backs, my silly braids, all those, then I am able to really moisturize my scalp and just treat my hair better just because it's in that style. So if you're trying to grow your hair and you notice like nothing is working and you've been in the same length for a very long time, try to start doing protective styles. Now, protective styling does not mean that you're going to do braids for 5 months. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about really doing protective styling. At least if you want to do braids, do it for a month. But even while your hair is in braids, make sure you're moisturizing your scalp. Make sure you're taking care of your scalp. Don't just do braids and just forget your hair, because the secret to hair growth is really making sure that your hair underneath of what you're doing is being taken care of. Now, I know that I did a first video on my channel and it was like how to manage thick coarse hair, and a lot of people requested me doing more videos like that, and I'm really gonna be doing more videos on hair. I just know that I've fallen in love with makeup. I've always loved makeup and I wanted you guys to kind of have a bit of both. So here's like a makeup tutorial and also me talking about hair. If you want any types of natural hair videos, just let me know in the comments down below and I will get that to you. The last thing I do want to touch on before I actually start doing the voiceover for this video is the fact that if you're trying to help your hair grow and you've noticed that you don't really have long hair to begin with, you have to start accepting that different people's genetics is different. My mom definitely had long hair. Now she cuts it, but she had long hair. I've always had long hair growing up. So it's easier for me to grow hair than somebody who has had like shorter hair. But doesn't mean you can't grow hair. You just have to make sure that you're retaining the length that you're growing, which means as I've grown this hair now, I am going to retain it by not cutting it off or doing some type of manipulation to it that now chops off my hair entirely, making sure my ends are well tucked in, because when your ends are tucked in, because they're the oldest part of your hair, it helps your hair grow long and it helps your hair grow healthy. Even me now, I'm actually going to go for a trim, because as I've said before, trimming is very important to the health of your hair. It gets rid of those dead ends, and honestly, the dead ends, you may think that is length, but it really is not length. So always remember that. So that's really all the tips I have for you guys as far as hair growth and how I grew my hair. I've been wearing wigs for about 3-4 months after I cut my hair, and that was why I even started trying to learn how to make a wig and like trying to do more wig videos, so you guys know that that's really why I'm wearing them. Not that I'm not proud of my hair, I am. However, I want to see how long it can grow if I do protective styles and don't touch it as much. If you have any questions for me, just definitely leave them in the description bar below. You know, I'm always happy to answer you guys' questions. I try to reply to almost all my YouTube comments because I love you guys so much, and you know, just life goes on, you know, and I love you guys. I don't know why I just said life goes on. Anyway, so I have been writing what I use for the makeup on the screen just so you guys know what I'm using. And honestly, you can just mute it if you don't want to hear about hair, you know, mute it and just watch the makeup and just see what I am doing. But this look was very simple actually. It wasn't too much. It was just the black lips really made it pop. The black lips is Colourpop Black Friday. However, they have a new shade called Friday that's exactly the same color. The scarf I'm wearing on my head is from City Republic. I'm going to link them right here as I usually do. And I'm just going to take off the scarf. I've been using Got to Be Glued for my edges. You guys, this gel works wonders for your natural hair edges. So instead of using them for your wigs, I use it for my wigs also. That's why I bought it. But you can also use it to slick back them edges. Look how my edges are looking. They've never looked this good. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great week and I hope you enjoyed this video. Ta-ta!